Stampin' friends. Today we're going to make this card by Michele Miller. She's a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia. It has an acetate layer and a designer series paper layer, and then it has the place for you to write underneath. This uses the Forever Fern stamp set and dies. I wanted to say that what I would imagine that you would do that would look really pretty with this is a small tiny sentiment right here along the bottom, possibly embossed in gold. I think that would be really sweet on there. So to begin the card, I had to change her measurements a little because since she's in Australia, they have different sizes of cards that they typically use. So this card is 6.5 inches long, 6.5 inches by 4 1/4, of course, so it fits in our envelopes. And then it is scored at 1 inch. So of course, then when we fold down, that makes it a 5.5 by 4 1/4 card, which fits in our medium envelopes. Easy peasy. So this is my acetate. This little piece of paper here is just to keep it from becoming a mess, becoming, scratched up and stuff like that. They just like to put that on there to keep it nice. So that's just waste. Okay, so what you want to do is line up your card the way that you're going to put it together. So the first step would be to put your Whisper White layer inside. So I'm going to use my snail to, I think my snail is just about out. So I just want to get it as even as I can. Okay. And then I'm going to attach my cardstock to the inside here. Now, what you want to do is try to make sure that your cardstock, I cut these just kind of randomly, so try to make sure that your cardstock doesn't hang out on the edge or anything. So then at this point, I would use Terra tape to attach the layers. So just put one little piece across the top, should be sufficient. And then you'll attach, be sure you have it, this is what I consider to be right side up. You can use either side. I had to use a different paper just because we were out of the paper that was used for the class. So you can just put whichever one up that you like. Try to get it, what your main goal here is to not have it be very much longer than the bottom of the card. So again, you may have to kind of trim that just a little. This layer is the 5.5 by 4 1/4, of course. So we have that on there. Then we are ready for our acetate layer to go on the top. So at this point, I would put my my layer here under, like you can see here, and attach the acetate to the flap that goes over the top. So then just lift the other side and then tuck that down. Whoops, let's see, that might, I can get that off still. Okay, scooch it on up. So if it's still a little bit long when you're finished, you may have to trim a little bit of the acetate off the bottom. You want to be careful that you don't end up with a lot of any problems to your cutter though. So you may want to use just some old scissors for that. Okay, so then to make this nice bottom where we'll put all of our die cuts, I don't know if you can see how that is. It's separate from the acetate. It's just tucked into that cute little pocket down there at the bottom. So that pocket is 4.5 by 2 inches, and it shouldn't be 4.5, it should be 4 1/4. So I will take care of that. If you have this particular thing, then you will know that it should not be 4.5 long. You just need to trim that off down to 4 1/4, and then fold and burnish so that it stays nicely. So then the first thing you want to do, now one thing you can do when you're doing your little gold cord on there, this is the matching gold cord that goes with this. You can tuck it inside there as well, but I wrapped my gold cord around the back. So that's totally up to you, whichever works better for you. So
when you do this, you'll want to tuck this around like that and put a piece of your tear tape, kind of, you don't want it to hang out the top, so just down about right there. There we are. Then just tuck it in there neatly. And now you are ready to put a piece of tear tape across the top, on the top side of the acetate, and lift it up. So at that point, you can put in all these various colors of die cuts that I've put in here. Let me see if you can see them there. They are Pear Pizzazz, and this one is Garden Green that I'm putting in. So you just kind of want to arrange them on there however you think would look cute. Just kind of maybe space out the dark colors so that they kind of show some variety to the textures and things like that. Then another thing you might want to do is put the big pieces first, perhaps, and then, you know, stagger where exactly they are on the card. So like this one, I'm going to go ahead and just cut that off because I'm wanting to have it go in little waves so that it looks neat on there. That's an extra. Okay, then I also have this little piece. You may want to just have it barely tucking down in there. So if you do that, you can even cut off pieces here if you think that would be cute. So then a piece here, maybe, then tear that off. And then maybe a piece right here, tear that off. And then maybe this piece perhaps going over here. And then I'm gonna tear this one in the middle and maybe put another piece over here. Not coming up quite as far, but then I'm gonna need to snip right here. Any that are down too low, you'll just have to snip off. And then now I want to go over this with another piece of tear tape just to secure it. I can't believe how simple this card is, but it's so interesting when it's put together. Okay. And then when you decide where you want to put your ribbon and your bow, you'll just want to put a piece of this gold from the Forever Fern gold trim, and you'll just want to put that right by where you're going to put your bow, just to add an accent. So enough in there to be secure, but enough that you can see most of it. It's kind of the goal. So then you'll fold that up, that, to cover right there. Then you can see I've got the bottom put together on that. And then you're ready to just go around the card wherever you're going to put it, like that. And then I kind of liked how these edges kind of turn to threads. But if you don't, you know, just go ahead and twist them back. You can twist it back into a thing and secure that with a glue dot. So that's kind of up to you. I'll just go ahead and do that since I think that's how the original card looks. So there we are. And then this around here like this. There we go. Oops. Little pieces. Okay. And then I'll go over the top with another glue dot so that it stays secure. There we go. All right. And then I'm ready to just attach my little bow on there. Oops, it got a little pulled right there. So anyway, you can see how easy and quick that card was to make, but I think it is really stunning as a gift for someone. I mean, it just really makes a nice card. So when you're, you know, you can set the card up and it looks really cute for them to sit on their counter or on their fireplace mantle. So I think this card is a lot of fun to make, and I hope you'll make tons more with them. I could see it being really cute with the sunflower flowers tucked in there, or a variety of other stamp sets. So I hope you all enjoy making this card in the future. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.